Today we're talking with Dan, scheduler Dan, where a lot of the drivers think that's where the problem starts with schedules. So here we put him on the spot. Let's get on Dan here for a minute. Put Dan on the hot spot. Dan, if you made the schedules easy for the drivers make it easier for the passengers. Can you see how that can work, Dan?
Yes.
Okay, Dan. What was your request now for the shuttle before it goes out of service?
On camera.
Not on camera. He wanted me to take him to the doctor. You know, we've taken Mary Finch to the doctor, Fred. I had to go to the doctor on the shuttle. I've taken another driver who was having some problems with breathing to the doctor. So the Cedar Mill shuttle has really helped out a lot. Snow and ice, the Cedar Mill shuttle was doing the 62 line, 89 line. And they're going to do away with that Cedar Mill shuttle? I think that's the biggest mistake there is. On the budget cuts, it's worth its weight in gold. Right, Dan?
It's always everything's worth its weight in gold.
Okay.
Especially gold.
All right. So, Dan, any special favors we can do for you?
Not today.
Not today. All right. Let's get back to Mike and the voting and his job here. Well, interesting day today. The 10th. On my way to the hospital to see my daughter. She's going to be giving birth to her second child, my second grandchild. I did an interview about her on the ultrasound, and today we're going to go see how she's doing, starting the contractions or whatever. So hopefully we'll have a healthy baby girl. Anyway, as we are doing that today, I have to give my thoughts a little bit about some of the interviews I do with the TriMet drivers, giving management and others, all of us, just a little air to breathe, or let some things off our chest, or have a little fun and learn from one another. And I would like to think about Jason a little bit on that quick interview I did with him, like I said, with all the other drivers. Jason, I don't know you very well, but I know that you're a family guy, you want to work hard. And when we have trouble with management, what I'm trying to say is that we all handle it just a little differently without going outside the box. Al had a problem with management. Al had a problem with management, the way they dealt with him, and he expressed himself. Had some talks with Peggy. I had some trouble with management with Ruth and Gregory. I was able to talk it out. And we all have that, Jason. As long as you're here, you'll realize that you have different personalities in management and different ways of handling it. It's not always done right. And so you just have to learn how to handle it diplomatically and learn to be tactful. And some things you got to let go of and go with the flow. So I don't think Jason's outside the box with regard to how he handles management or what he thinks about them, but I'm just encouraging Jason, as trying to work with people here at TriMet to build them up, to stay within the box, Jason, as far as we know you come from a different background, but working with TriMet for almost 30 years, you're not going to change things too quickly. You got to go with the flow. Sometimes you're at the short end of the stick, and for some people it's harder to take it than others, but being here this long, Jason, you got to learn to eat some once in a while, some of those sandwiches. And the bottom line is that we want you to be a good worker. The shifts I know are hard to take, and I know you have health problems, but you have a family, and in these economic times you want to go the extra mile and put up with it, deal with it, cope with it, and like I say, don't take it home with you, and keep your job, Jason. Just keep going. And we all have opinions and so forth, but you know where we can keep them too. So anyway, Jason, a good old country boy. Don't want this interview to get blown out of proportion. Fine to see you drive and talk to the passengers and greet them. But if you're chewing gum, smoking, you're on the cell phone, or you're doing your videos at the same time, Al, that's just a little over the edge.
Yeah, smoking, I can't smoking.
Behind you like this while you're driving, and you're vlogging, and you're smoking, and you got your cell phone on. You just feel that just might be too many